Alright, the first one here is not a tool so much as a supply along with the tool. Chip brushes. These multi-packs, they're really cheap. You can get them at pretty much any big box, or I think I got these at Harbor Freight. A bunch of different sizes. Great for cleaning off parts, small painting jobs. I like using these when I'm having to do a quick oil base where I'm not using spray paint. Just use it, toss it. Alright. Pretty simple. Next one up on the list is flashlights. Every shop needs a good selection of task lighting. You can't always get a lamp where you want it, so this is a battery operated one. It's got a floodlight and a spotlight, and runs off my rigid batteries. So not a sponsor, Home Depot if you're watching. Anyhow, then we got a little cheap, this was actually something I picked up, I think it was at FabTech, free little flashlight. They're great to have around the shop. This hangs on the side of the tool chest, always handy, always got it. And then part of my EDC is the mini mag light. Once again, it's not the, mini mag light. This I carry because it fits in the holster for my Leatherman. So, next up on the list is a lot of marking and layout tools. A lot of shops are light on this stuff. I might be a little heavy on it, but it's something good to have around. So, first up is a tungsten carbide scribe. This one's got a magnet on the back side, which is great for picking up little screws and stuff, and it's resharpenable. And this is great for marking out metal, get nice crisp straight lines. So highly recommend one of these. Then we've got compasses. Now these I think I picked up, two of these I picked up at Harbor Freight. They're really inexpensive. They've got points on them, and they also have a pencil holder. So great for drawing arcs, circles, measuring layouts, scribing lines along the edge of parts, that kind of stuff. Highly recommend getting this. I believe came as a set. There's no maker's mark anywhere on here. They said I think I got these at Harbor Freight. They're two big ones. And then here's another one. It's got a micro adjust on it. So you set it where you want it within reason, and then it's got a micro adjust. This is an antique I have had for a long time, and I've actually got quite a few of these in the drawer, but this is the one that I grabbed out to show you. But the micro adjust really makes it easy to get an exact dimension on something. So more dividers than anything else. Calipers. So here's just a cheapy plastic, Harbor Freight I think, plastic caliper. Really good for doing quick measurements where accuracy is not, you don't have to be really accurate. You're not going to get thousandths of an inch with this. Well, you can, but not the greatest thing on the face of the earth. But tell you what, it's plastic. If you break it, melt it, step on it, who cares? They're like less than $3, I think. So I usually have, this is the last set I have in the garage. I'll probably pick up a few more to keep in the garage just for those places where I don't want to use my good ones. So that's that. And then I've got a nice set of dial calipers. It is missing the jeweled face, but still works perfectly accurate. And then, of course, Mitutoyo digital calipers. These are more expensive, but if you want digital, they make a good caliper. And said it's digital, so it's easy to read, easy to do math, easy to set for doing layouts. So going on with the measuring and layout stuff, tape measures. Now 25 footer is really nice, 30 footer is nice, 16 footer is awesome. It can't reach out as far, but I tell you what, this fits in your pocket. It's not heavy. It's great for doing stuff right here on the bench where you don't need 25 feet. You only need a couple of feet. Along with that are yardsticks or aluminum rules. These are aluminum. I like the aluminum ones. Once again, they're cheap. This one's Harbor Freight. These are both Harbor Freight. They're accurate enough for doing what you need to do. You can fair curves and do all kinds of stuff with these. They're cheap enough where I use them to set on metal when I'm using the plasma cutter and run the plasma cutter down the edge of it. If it gets damaged, not a big deal. I'll put it in the aluminum bin when it gets bad enough where I can't use it for drawing a straight line or that kind of stuff. And then it'll get used up as pieces of aluminum for projects. So as I've got two of them. I've got a 3-footer and a 4-footer. And they do make a wider, heavier version as well that's not as expensive. And my last one was damaged, so I cut it up and used it as parts in a video. To go along with that, a square, a speed square. This is a 12-inch one. Really nice, once again, for using the plasma cutter or your circular saw. Makes nice, easy to get straight cuts, and the cheap plastic ones are nice. They don't get hot. Like I said, you can use it with the plasma cutter. It's going to melt. Once again, it's not expensive, so if you damage it, it's not the end of the world. So I keep that 12-inch one, and I've got 2 or 3 aluminum 7-inch. So that combination square. I've been using these for years. It's more of a carpentry tool than a metalworking tool, but I tell you what, as soon as you start using it for metalworking, you'll never want to be without it. You can set a dimension, say 2 inches, put it on the edge, take your scribe and mark it. You can take a pencil or a scribe and run it along the edge of something to give you a straight offset line. Once again, great tool to have. Along with that, if you buy the set, it'll come with the protractor. Take the blade out, put it in here. You can set your angles, do that kind of stuff. To go along with that stuff, a set of spring clamps. They're really nice for quickly holding one end of your rule to the edge so it doesn't move. So you can hold one edge, go line up the other edge, draw your line. I keep a couple of different sizes in the shop. So small one, that's a Jorgensen. This is, once again, I think it's a Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight makes, I buy these at Harbor Freight because they don't have to be the best tool. They're good enough for what they do, and like I said, since I'm using them around welding and plasma cutting and all that kind of stuff, if it gets damaged, I'm not out a bunch of money. The Jorgensens are much better, but once again, they're more expensive. A angle finder. So it's really good for finding angles on stuff or setting an angle. You can use that. Use the protractor to set your angle, or you can find an angle on something. I'll give you a quick demonstration. So there's that. Put it up against the side here. Tighten it up. Now I found the angle of this. So then I can transfer it to something else. Or measure it with the protractor if I need to. And last but not least is cutting tools. Gotta have a utility knife, box knife, whatever you want to call it. I like this one. It's orange. I don't lose it. I can find it anywhere in the shop. It's really handy. Along with that, pick up yourself a 100-pack of blades. They're mountable. Screw it to the wall somewhere or the end of a workbench. You always have one. I've got one on the wall over there. I've also mounted one on the toolboxes. That video's not out yet, but it will be, and for the truck. So nice and handy to have. Keep those around. This one you can hold a few in the handle. So, but I usually don't worry about that in the shop because blades are right there. And then the other one is a folding utility knife. This one happened to be a Milwaukee brand. Got it at Home Depot. This was actually purchased originally for opening salt bags and sand bags for snow removal. And I got this because plastic handle and keep it oiled and it doesn't rust up. I did forget about it, left it sitting in the truck, and had to take the 4 miniature screws out to get the old blade out. Got it cleaned up, put back together. So it's handy and it opens easily, and this will usually ride in my back pocket. Alright guys, there it is. 11 shop tools that every shop should have, and great gifts. Alright guys, we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.